Hi there, everybody. My name's Andy. I'm calling and speaking to you today about CLIA, the Cruise Lines International Association. And as you know, Thomas Cook are proud members of CLIA. And I just wanted to take a few minutes of your time to talk through some of the facilities that are available online in order to help you sell more cruising. And that's really what CLIA is here and all about. We're here to help you with training and resources and events so that you can go out there and sell more cruises. And as we all know, cruising is the best way to go on holiday, and it's growing faster now than it's ever done in its history. And we've never seen so many guests being sourced from the UK and Ireland to take a cruise holiday. So last year, 2016, the last full year that we have any stats for, from the UK and Ireland, 1.9 million people took a cruise, an ocean cruise. And there's a few reasons for that. I think firstly because we're seeing lots of new ships, lots of innovation, lots of creativity by the cruise lines in terms of the onboard product and in terms of how their guests can engage with what happens on land, all those amazing destinations that we visit. But I think secondly, customers are beginning to realize that a cruise holiday could be for them. So regardless of their age, their budget, the occasion, or the type of holiday they're looking for, we know that there is a cruise to suit them. And that's allowing us as the travel trade community to sell even more cruising. And if you look at this little graph, I like a graph. If you look at this little graph, you'll see that we've grown fairly consistently over the last 10 years. And we're hoping that we can get to a magical 2 million cruise guests soon, so that we can celebrate how working between the cruise lines and travel agents has helped us get even more people onto cruise ships. So where are Brits going? Well, Mediterranean is number one by far. Almost half of all Brits who take a cruise head down to the Mediterranean. It's helped by the fact it's easy to get to by a flight or on a voyage from one of the UK ports, so it's easy for people to get there. It's also helped by the fact that a lot of new ships are being located in the Mediterranean, making it easy for us to try one of the newer ships if that's what we like. But also we're helped by the fact that you can cruise the Mediterranean many times and see different ports and enjoy different experiences each time you do it. It really is one of those places that's full of places to explore. Northern Europe is second. That surprises some people, but actually if you think about how many short cruises there are from the UK to get people to try cruising for the first time and to explore places like Bruges or Amsterdam, that's great for first-timers. But also Northern Europe includes the Baltic, love the Baltic, an amazing place to cruise, some amazing cities around the coast, but also the Norwegian fjords for those who want to enjoy some amazing scenery and wildlife, etc. So Northern Europe is second. And third, grown over the last few years and continues to grow, the Caribbean. We love the Caribbean for winter sunshine, for amazing beaches, and for a really relaxing holiday. Out of somewhere like Miami. So Caribbean continuing to do very well and continuing to be really, really popular for good reason too. As I mentioned earlier, one of the things that's helping us grow is the fact that different people are taking cruises than ever before. So the average age is coming down. We're seeing ships designed with the younger market in mind. We're also seeing ships developed, of course, for those families, so that families and multi-generational families can enjoy a cruise. But we're also seeing people trying different types of cruising. So expedition cruising to take people off the beaten track to places like the Galapagos or the Arctic, Antarctic, places like Borneo, etc. Some really exciting voyages around there. And also we're seeing, ships really designed for younger couples. So, great pool areas, great itineraries, fun bars, great pool areas, and entertainment on board that's second to none. You really can enjoy a West End style show on these ships, as well as some incredible food in some of the dining spaces that are available. Over on river cruising is still small, but still growing very fast. One of the fastest growing sectors in travel. So last year, about 170,000 people took a river cruise. Europe, of course, is the top place to river cruise down the Rhine and the Danube particularly, but also some of those beautiful French rivers and some of the other rivers in Portugal and Germany. Amazing places, but also people again are trying further afield, trying off the beaten track, and that's exciting because that takes them over to places in Asia and even in places like the Mississippi over in the United States. Now we know that river cruising can confuse some people. There's lots of different things to think about for river cruising, particularly where you start your voyage and where you end your voyage, because they're often in mainland Europe. So we do have, I just wanted to mention, we do have a couple of fact sheets. We also have some specific training courses on some of those rivers as well, but I'll talk about those a little bit later. All right, so cruising is growing very quickly, and it's growing quickly, as I say, because the industry is investing, but also because customers are trying a cruise when they may not have done so in the past. The other reason that cruising is growing, though, is because travel agents who sell holidays have invested their time and energy and their own resources into understanding the different products, the different destinations, to understand what's going on in the industry, and also honing their sales techniques, overcoming those misconceptions and answering those questions that customers may have. And that's really where I hope that CLIA can be part of your sales process, because we have 3 sections on our website. Cruise Daily, which keeps you up to date on everything that's happening in the industry. We have our toolbox, which has all of those resources that you may download or print or keep to help you find the right cruise for the right customer. And then we have our Learning Academy, where you really can learn everything you need to know about cruising and cruising destinations and sales techniques, and also get your accreditation. So we'll start with Cruise Daily. So as you can see, we like to keep it up to date throughout the day with the latest news. So if there is an announcement, we will have it. So whether it's a new ship, a new itinerary, change of plan, or whatever it is, we will have it within Cruise Daily. We also list in there our events and ship visits. We also have webinars. So our cruise lines will do live webinars to travel agents who want to join them, but we also record those webinars, and you'll be able to find a back catalogue, a library of webinars that you may have missed. And these tend to be very much from the cruise lines, so that you can keep up to date with their latest news and developments and ideas quite easily by going onto our website and then accessing those recorded webinars. We also have some additional reading, so if you're interested. We have things like Cruising Top 10. We have guest opinions written by journalists and experts in the industry, and sales guides to help you really understand what's happening in the industry. Here are a few of the webinars that have happened or are happening, but please do check to see which webinars, because there'll be a cruise line or a product or a destination in there that you may want to learn about, and we give you the option to do that. So Cruise Daily, great to keep up to date. A lot of people will go into there on a daily basis, as the name suggests, have a look around and find out what's happening, and then use the rest of the site. A word about some of our events that are coming up. So firstly, our main conference is in May in Southampton. It's the UK's biggest travel agent event with multiple ship visits, conference, trade fair, and so on and so forth. That is happening in 2018. Also in 2018, look at that, we're going somewhere very exciting. We're off to Vietnam and our first ever Asia River Cruise Conference. We're aware that river cruising in Asia is very different to river cruising in mainland. So whilst, of course, we talk about river cruising in our European event that happens in Amsterdam, we wanted to showcase some of that Asian river cruising as well with our forum in Vietnam and Cambodia in April. All right, on to that second area of our website, and that's our toolbox. And this really is a place to go if you want to keep up to date with some of the resources and things that you need in order to match the right customer with the right cruise. So firstly, we have cruise line profiles. Yep, you really can go on there and find out all the details you need to know about a cruise line, who your local sales rep is, for example, where they're based, and some details about their ships and about the company as well. We also have destination guides. We're aware that if you're selling cruising, then you may be selling destinations that you wouldn't ordinarily sell as a package holiday. So what we've done with our destinations guide is pull out some of the things that you can do in some of these cruise destinations, so that you have that information at your fingertips. Because one of the things that the research tells us all the time is that customers really book cruises based on destination and the destinations that they're going to. Not always, but most of the time, destination is really important for customers, and certainly it's a thing that they remember when they come back. So we want to give you all of the destination information to help you. We also have Ship Finder, which allows you to get details of all of the ships, all of the cruise ships that sail and are members of CLIA. So details on all of the ships are available on our website, so you don't need to run around looking for other sources of information. We have all of the ship information you need. We also have FAQs, and these are really where if a customer comes in and asks a question that you don't know, you may be able to find the answer in this section. That could be a question around safety at sea, it could be a question around environment, but certainly there's lots of information in there to help you. We've also launched recently a single search facility which allows you to search for PDFs, and the PDFs that we currently feature in there are all of the cruise line brochures. So if there's a brochure you're missing or you want to have a look at some of the brochures, they're all in there. We also have in there some of our fact sheets. So we like to think that we can take away some of that hard work and research away from you, and what we have done is created some fact sheets that will help you. And I'll show you some of those in a second. We also have reference materials, some research that we have done and things like that. Two of the other big things on there, we do have a cruise search facility. It doesn't allow you to book online, but if, for example, a customer comes in and says, I want to go to Alaska in June, you'll be able to do the cruise search and find out what ships and what cruise lines feature that destination in that time, with details of itineraries and sailing dates and ports. We also have some technology by full picture, and I will come to that in a second. All right, so firstly, there we go, a quick picture of some of the cruise line pages that we spoke about, and you can see there the kind of information that we store. These are our destination guides, so there's a nice drop down at the top right there in that CLIA destination guide section. And those are the main destinations that we feature on the right-hand side to allow you to drill down. There's also a clear PDF on there as well, which you can print off as a reference tool, but also you might want to share with your customer. So here we go. Here's some of the ship information. As I say, we have every ship all in there for you, so you can just search and find details of each cruise ship. And what's quite nice about that is all in one place. So if you need to jump from cruise line to cruise line, or you need to look at different things, you'll find them all within the CLIA website. And this is that single search. So you literally can choose at the top there. You can free type if you know the name of the document or the brochure that you're looking for, but you can also say whether it's the brochure you want or the fact sheet or the reference materials. But there's we host those on our server, so they should be really quick to download. And then once you've downloaded them, you can save them to your desktop or print them or whatever you want to do. Now, I mentioned fact sheets before. Well, these are just some of the fact sheets that we offer. So again, what we've done is we've done the search, done the research for you. We've put them all onto a single sheet or double sheet of A4 so that it's not too much for you to read, and then you can, as I say, download them or print them. But they're a really easy research tool. We know that you often get the same questions from a lot of different customers. So to save you the job of going in and taking a look and searching each time, then you can use our fact sheet and you'll have the answer for them straight away. We have just, are in the process of just producing a river cruise line guide, and this guide will allow you to compare the river cruise operators side by side. So that could be, you know, what drinks they include, it could be what transfers they include, all of that information. But what's great about this guide is for the first time we're able to compare cruise line side by side. So that will be available online soon. Here's our search. And as you can see, it's both an ocean search and a river search, and you can type in as much or as little around the search as you want. So you can either narrow your search right down or you can keep it there fairly vague. But what we do is we have a listing then of all of the itineraries that match the searches that you've asked for. So a great tool there. Now, as I say, it doesn't lead to a booking platform, But what it does do is allows you to narrow down your customers so that you can then focus maybe on 2 or 3 different options. Now, we mentioned full picture. This is the full picture as it looks. So essentially, if you're talking to a customer on the telephone, you can use full picture to share images with them, live images, so that all they'd need to do is go and pick up a tablet or an iPad or something like that. You can then send them certain pictures through the technology that we have exclusively with full picture. So if you're talking, for example, about the suite on one of the ships that you're trying to sell, but you think it might be a nice idea that they saw what that suite looks like before they booked it, then you can send them a picture from the huge database of imagery that full picture has. And this is all accessed via the CLIA website and exclusively for our CLIA members. There you go. That's the kind of imagery then that your customers see, encouraging them to book. All right, so there's lots of resources in there. We've already shown you that, but there's also our Learning Academy. So if it is accreditation you're looking for, so we are the only industry body that accredits travel agents for knowledge and expertise, and you do that through our Learning Academy. Now, it's an introduction to cruising, so for everyone who wants to start at the beginning and work through, we have what's called Oceans of Opportunity. And that really breaks down into about 28 modules. And within those 28 modules, and they're very short, bite-sized modules, but within those modules, we'll talk about what the cruise experience is like, some of the sales techniques that you may want to use, and then some more detail about the different cruises available. So that's Oceans of Opportunity. Once you complete that, then you get accredited status from CLIA, and that is and we're accredited ourselves by City and Guilds, so essentially it's part of the City and Guilds program. So great if that's if you're looking for that formal recognition. Remember, customers like to know that the travel agents they're booking with can be trusted for their knowledge and expertise. So that's why accreditation can be so important. There are plenty of other courses beyond Oceans of Opportunity. We have 2 more levels of accreditation beyond that. And our other learning modules really go in depth and look at destination and the destinations that the cruise lines visit. We have some product-focused modules, particularly provided by our cruise line members, and it gives you a really small and quick snapshot of what their product is like. And we have some specialist courses as well. For example, we do courses on specific rivers, as well as some sales training and social media training. And those are the 3 levels of accreditation. So you would start at accredited. The next step up from that is ambassador. And then our ultimate accolade, the ultimate award, is CLIA Master. So for CLIA accredited, you simply need to complete Oceans of Opportunity and you become an accredited CLIA travel agent. For the other levels, ambassador and master, it's a mixture of online learning, but also what we'd like to ensure is that you've seen ships or you've sailed on cruise ships, so that and that's built into the program as well. But the great thing about them is that you get the choice as to which courses you complete as part of your work towards ambassador and master level. So you can pick and choose, and some of the courses may be more relevant to you than others. We should just mention, of course, that CLIA is supported by the majority of the world's cruise lines. There's a nice display there of all the cruise lines that we work with. We are really well supported by the entire industry, and it's only by them coming together and working through CLIA with you that they are best able to support our travel agent partners. Now, there's loads of information, resources, articles, in-depth stuff, libraries, videos, all kinds of stuff on the CLIA website. All we want you to do is have a look around, take in some of the resources that will be more useful for you. Try and dedicate some of your time to some of that online learning. But we're here as a resource. We're here to support you, and we're here to make sure that you sell the right cruise to the right customer, and that together with our cruise line partners that we continue to grow the sector. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.